Well, it is usually West Ham against Chelsea. Let's hear from both bosses. We've got, of course, David Moyes and Mauricio Pochettino.
We want everybody to come in on, the way everybody was in East End of London, and obviously the night in Prague. We want that to start the season well. It'll be a great atmosphere here against Chelsea. So let's hope that we get everybody behind the team and gives us a great chance of getting a result.
Started.
Hi Mauricio.
Hi, hello.
This morning you confirmed Romeo Lavia as a Chelsea player.
Yes.
Just why did you decide to sign him?
I think we all know him, his quality, his profile. I think he's a perfect player for this project. I think we are excited and we are so happy to add him in the squad.
And Moises Caicedo confirmed earlier on this week. Why did the club fight so hard to try and make sure you could sign him?
Why it was so hard?
Why did you work so hard to get him over the line and make sure he was a Chelsea player?
Oh, of course, the club they works really hard about that. I think it's about to congratulate the owners and the sporting director, Lawrence and Paul, because the show was amazing. To add this type of player like Moy or Romeo now and all the previous signing, I think was a fantastic work from the club, and I think we need to congratulate the job that they were doing and are doing, owners and sporting director, because it was fantastic. This type of player that with the quality that they have to add in this squad and in this project, I think it's an amazing thing, and it's very exciting moment and situation for the club.
Now there's some bad news. Reece James picks up an injury in training this week. What can you tell us about the injury? How big a blow is that, and how long could he be out for now?
Yes, I think it's a sad moment because he's our captain and he was so exciting to be a captain, and he was, full energy. And yes, but I think we are going to assess him day by day, and it's going to be, for sure, as soon as possible, we're going to be again with the team, and for sure he's going to be stronger and becoming stronger than he was, because we are with the old structure of the club, we are going to help him to become stronger than before.
Yesterday, Michael Elise signed a new contract with Crystal Palace. Are you surprised he turned down the opportunity to join Chelsea? With Christopher Nkunku out, you mentioned last week you'll look at solutions. Are you still looking for potential options in that forward area?
We are working, of course, seeing all the option that we can manage on the market. I think all the clubs are doing the same than us, and then see the potential that we can, transform in reality all this target. But I think in the same time we are keeping, one or two eyes in Armando Broja, because I think we cannot forget him, and we cannot stop him, and to bring some profile of player that can stop in his evolution. And we really believe in him. He's we know very well him, and can be a really important striker for Chelsea, and we need to be careful. I think it's a big disappointed with the situation of Christophe, because should be a very important player for us, helping Nico Jackson to score goals. But that is football, and we need to accept that situation. But at the same time, we cannot sometimes, go for some player that maybe after stop a player that we have. Maybe we need to be patient and to try to adapt our squad to try to get positive result, waiting for Armando to be fully fit.
Final question from me, Mauricio. Robert Sanchez took the number 1 shirt yesterday. Will you be looking to sign?
Good question, because we are thinking on that. We are thinking in explore all the situations and the possibilities on the market. The club is open and to assess all the options. At the moment, we are exploring all the situations that can provide the market, and still not the decision.
Okay, we'll go to John Southall, BBC. Just one on Reece James. You said you're going to assess it day by day. Is it a hamstring injury?
Yes, hamstring.
So is it not that serious if it's kind of a day by day situation?
No, it's not about few days. Maybe it's few weeks. But the most important is the evolution. The good thing is not a big issue. That maybe, but the most important now is to try to work really hard to try to anticipate problems and be sure that when he start to play again, he's fully fit and stronger than was before. That is the most important. That's why we are going to assess him day by day and try to make the plan every day.
Yeah. Looking at the bigger
Chelsea kicked off the Pochettino era with a 1-1 draw against Liverpool. How do you think they did? They created a few chances, did they not? Liverpool started strongly and ended strongly, but they controlled it in between somewhat.
Yeah, I thought for the first 30 minutes, I thought Liverpool's wide players, Diaz and Salah, had the better of Chelsea. And then it just shifted. When you see now Reece James getting on the ball and Sterling was getting in the pockets, I thought that's when Chelsea really came alive. And look, that should have been a goal, no question about it. But again, the wide areas, getting James and Chilwell involved is going to be the strength, and that was the goal there. So I was really impressed with them. The manager's quality, and I think they'll go from strength to strength. And I know you're a big fan of Enzo as well, aren't you?
I love Enzo. I know he costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
But he's worth it. He's class, pure quality. And the thing is, he can play a little bit deeper, but I think now, obviously, with signing Caicedo and Lavia, he can play a little bit higher. I mean, they absolutely dominated the ball. Nicholas Jackson, by the way, kicked off where he started in pre-season. He was brilliant, but he deserved a goal, really, for his performance. I thought he played great. That's the only doubt maybe as a centre forward. He probably needs another one up there. Breuer is coming back. He's going to have a lot of fun with that group of young players.
Yeah. I mean, Mauricio Pochettino handed over 4 debuts. And, you can see from their summer signings, I mean, they've got some brilliant players on board now, particularly what's happened in this last week. I mean, they are literally hoovering up the best young talent the Premier League has to offer. Caicedo, Lavia, the 2 latest acquisitions. I mean, do they both just slot into the 11? How do they make space for these guys? Can you see them with Enzo being that midfield 3?
I think so, yeah. I'm not sure what I think. I think they'll play. I think Lavia would be the deeper one. Caicedo and Enzo will be kind of more box to box. But they have so many good, talented young players. I love Caicedo. I just think he's just a machine. He's so strong. But technically he's great. Coming from De Zerbi. The only worry I have for Chelsea is goalkeeper Sanchez. I know he's a good goalkeeper, but they lost 2 good ones in Kepa and Mendy, and they're definitely not better than they were. And I think the goalkeeper position is still, they look a little bit light there for me. Yeah.
The one worry as well now is the Reece James injury. I mean, he's only just come back from what was a bit of an injury kind of ridden season last time round. It's another hamstring issue. Should we be a little bit concerned here? He's only just been appointed Chelsea captain.
I think that's the thing. You obviously get given the armband and you want to keep your captain fit. But take the armband aside, I was speaking there about the difference that Chelsea had was when Reece James got forward and started to push Liverpool further back. He's a massive asset. And even James and Chilwell, they've both had injuries. They've not played enough football together. If that's your biggest weapons down the flanks and 2 fantastic wing-backs, full-backs, whatever position they're going to play, you've got to keep them fit. So I would be saying, I know Chelsea got rid of their medical team, but the new medical team have got to keep him fit.
Yeah. What do you think, Owen? What's your reading of this situation? It's not great for him, is it?
No, everybody loves Reece because he's just such an amazing player. I mean, he's Trent Alexander-Arnold's an amazing player, a generational player, but Reece probably all around is even just a little bit more complete. But fitness issues is a huge thing for them. We saw Malo Gusto, the young lad they signed from Lyon, who's a good player. Yeah. Very, very good player. So they got a good...
Him or Ian Maatsen could come in?
Yeah.
Taking on a West Ham team, I mean, they're going to have a couple of new faces themselves to give their debuts. James Ward-Prowse just looks like a no-brainer of an acquisition, right? £30 million from Southampton. Former captain. So obviously he's going to go into the Declan Rice kind of mould because he already was a big personality which needed filling.
Well, he was a leader, he was a captain. So naturally you're going to get that. You're going to get Premier League experience. You're going to get energy. I think for the last few Premier League seasons, his running stats have been through the roof. Set pieces, again, fantastic for West Ham. So in terms of kind of tick boxes. He delivers everything. You
Yeah.
get £30 million. Actually, it's quite a good steal for all that criteria that you're getting. But for me, the biggest one is the leadership and the Premier League experience, because I still think they need that freshen up, and I think he'll do that for them.
Yeah. You could almost see it in this London derby, right? He steps up for that free kick, as we all know, the trademark technique, and then he'll equal David Beckham's record of 18 goals from set pieces.
He's the best free kick taker.
He is, isn't he?
He almost takes it like a penalty. It's that easy for him. It's ridiculous. But that's what you get when you practice that much. For him, technically, he just knows exactly what he wants to do. His execution is amazing. And I'm happy for him because he deserved an opportunity. Obviously, Southampton going down hurts. But he's in a good spot. And obviously, filling Declan Rice, I don't think obviously, his leadership is there. But I don't think he obviously won't play the same position. And I think he needs to find his way in that midfield three. I still think they need another body in there.
Do you?
Yeah, I still think they need another midfield player.
Edson Alvarez. What about him as an acquisition?
Like him, yeah. Good player. Can play as a centre-back, can play as a defensive midfield player. Obviously, Paqueta's the one. You know, he's the one that he's got that little bit of flair, but it gets...